Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, share within and outside your circle. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this reversible waistcoat. I made it as a set with this pleated skirt, and I've already shown you guys how to make this skirt on my channel already. You guys know me, sustainable fashion is my thing, and I love to make clothes that I can wear in multiple ways. Guys, this is no exception, and I hope you guys love it. Let's get into this video. So guys, I have folded my fabric into two just like this. I folded it like this because I don't want to waste any fabric. So this excess, I'm still going to cut it out. So fold it into two. And then I'm going to work on our neckline. So the neckline I'm using, this is the back we're working on right now. So I'm going to go in by 3 inches. And I'm going to go down by 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to create a curve for my neckline. So that round curve basically. So create that curve. Can you guys see? This is what my neckline looks like. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my shoulder to shoulder measurements divided by 2, and I'm going to mark it right here. And at that point, I'm going to go down by 1 inch.
I'm inspired by thirst. I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worth.
Now that I've gone down by 1 inch, I'm going to connect this point to the neckline right here so that it can create my shoulder slope. So guys, can you see what it looks like? Now from here, I'm going to go down by my armhole depth. So my armhole depth that I always use is 8 inches for figure hugging clothes like this. So I always go 8 inches or 8.5 inches. So I'm going to go down by 8 inches in this case. And then I'm going to mark it right there. Now that I've done that, guys, I'm going to now connect this line as well down to that line. So that line I just drew is my chest line. Now guys, I'm now going to go down again by my bust depth. So my shoulder to bust is 10 inches and I'm going to measure it down right there.
Feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside.
And then I'm going to measure my shoulder to waist plus 2 inches.
Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
Now this extra 2 inches is to enable me wear it comfortably since it's a top. So I'm adding those inches to it and plus my seam allowance basically. Now on these two lines, I'm going to measure my bust circumference divided by 4 and I'm going to add 1 inch to that measurement. And with that, I'm going to create my armhole curve.
I'm inspired by thirst. I'm inspired by worth.
Now the next thing I'm going to work on is the darts. So I'm going to measure my nipple to nipple measurements divided by 2 and I'm going to measure it on the chest line, bust line and the waistline.
Won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your life.
And then I'm going to connect that point, forming an A shape to make our dart line. So can you see, like this? That's how you're going to. Now we're going to measure our waist divided by 4 plus this 1 inch for our dart allowance plus 1 inch for our seam allowance. So waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches basically.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me.
And I'm just going to connect the points together.
Over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things.
Now if you want your armhole to go inwards, so if you want it like this, you can leave it like this. But if you want it to go inwards, you're going to mark the center point of this line In my case, it's 4 inches. And then you're going to go in by half an inch.
Take a cold shower, scream until you're louder.
And I'm going to use my curve ruler to connect it to the end right there.
I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown.
Now guys, I am done with the back pattern. All I have to do is cut it out and the back is ready.
It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
So guys, I want to work on the front pattern now, and what I've done right here is I've put a fabric that is wider than the back that I used. Now this excess measurement here is 1.5 inches. I'm just going to rule a line right here to demarcate it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm now going to work on the neckline. Now for the neckline, I want it to be 9 inches deep because the front is going to have a V neckline and not a round neckline like this. So I'm going to go down by 9 inches from the top right here. Then I'm going to mark it on the 9 inches right here. So I'm going to extend that line right here so that it can be easy for me to know what I'm doing. So I've extended this line. This is 9 inches. And then I'm going to just mark this side as well so that I will know this is my neck width, because your neck width has to be the same thing for the front and the back. So now I'm going to connect these 2 points together. So you are connecting this place to this line right here, not to the end, to the line. Now that we've done that, we want to work on our V shape at the bottom part. So with that, I'm going to demarcate this. So draw the line on the waistline so that you can know that that's the line right there. So this is the waistline. And then I'm going to also go in by 1 inch from the side as well. So measure 1 inch in, which is your seam allowance, and go in from there just like this. Now for your V, you can make it long, short, whatever preference you have. In my case, all I have here is 3 inches, and that's what I'm going to be using. So now I'm going to find the center of this part right here. So from this point to this 1 inch seam allowance point, I'm going to measure it. And then I'm going to mark the center.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like every.
And I'm going to create my V from there.
Yeah, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown. Get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world?
So I'm going to use this to cut out an all black waistcoat. So the second part is all black. This one is a mixture of black and Ankara. So I'm going to cut it out and show you guys what next to do. Okay, so guys, this is what it looks like. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew the darts down. So you're going to look for where the dart is, and then you're going to fix it and sew it down. So just like we have it here, I'm going to sew the dart here, sew it on this other side, and then sew it on the second piece as well. So sew your darts on these pieces, on the front pieces, the 4 front pieces, sew your darts down right there. And then once you're done with that, you're now going to take one front piece just like this, and the second front piece like this, and place it right sides facing each other. Now you're going to sew the armhole, the neckline leading to this placket right here. You're going to sew half of an inch out of it, and then sew it till you get to this side of the side seam. So you're not sewing the side at all. So the side is going to be open. So you're just sewing the armhole, the neckline, the placket, the V shape at the bottom, and the side is going to be wide open. And then I'm going to take this as well. Now this is after you've sewn your darts down. So I'm going to take this piece as well, and I'm going to place it right sides facing each other.
Don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid.
And what I'm going to do is sew along the armhole, the neckline, the second armhole, and the hem. You are not sewing the side at all. So the armhole, neckline, armhole, and hem, the sides and the shoulders are going to be left open. So just like we're doing here, the side is going to be open and the shoulder is going to be open on the front piece, and this as well, the side will be open and the shoulder will be open. So every other thing is going to be closed apart from the sides and the shoulders. Now guys, I have gone ahead to turn it inside out and ironed it so that it will be perfectly smooth. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this piece right here. So this is the front. Now because it's reversible, I can easily use any side. Now if this was an Ankara part with a black part, the Ankara must face the Ankara side. So right side facing the right side of whatever fabric you're using. If you're using a lining, the lining must also be facing each other. So now I'm going to assume this black part is my main fabric, so I'm going to place it right sides facing each other. So just like this, just like this. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to now take my piece like this. So open it up on this one, and then you're going to put your hand inside. So can you guys see my hand is coming out? You're now going to grab everything and bring it out from this particular one.
Do what you think is right, and your life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't.
You're now going to place it together just like this and sew it down on one straight line. So make sure it's aligned very well and sew it down using a straight line. You're going to do this for this shoulder and the other shoulder as well, so that you can have your piece ready to be like joined on the sides. So do that and I'll see you guys when I'm done. So guys, I have sewn it and this is what it looks like. So all you need to do is just pull it out, and can you see this is what it looks like. So it's clean on the inside and on the outside. So can you see it's clean on both sides. Now what you're going to do is you're going to place it together just like this. So we want to work on the sides now. So you can also iron it so that it can be staying very well. So just iron it so that it can stay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to sew the sides. Now to sew one of the sides is different from how to sew the second side. So what you're going to do for this first side is that you're going to place it together like this. So all four pieces are like this. And then you're going to take it from this back pattern. You're going to put your hand inside and you're going to pull everything out. So once everything is out like this, we are now going to place it together just like this. And then sew it all around using our 1-inch seam allowance. So sew it all around using the 1-inch seam allowance. And once you're done with that, just pull it out. Once you pull it out, it's going to be a clean finish on that side. Now, because I don't have the luxury of time to like be filming, coming back, filming, I'm going to show you guys how to finish the second side as well. So to finish the second side, you don't have any side seam to put your hand through to finish it, right? So what you're going to do is basically take it just like this, place all four pieces together again, and then what you're going to do is you're now going to start pinning all around. So you're going to be pinning it like this. So continue pinning till you get to where you can no longer pin. So make sure you pin it before you sew it so that you can know where you're stopping, and make sure your main fabric, so the right side or the main side you want on your waistcoat is the part you are going to start pinning from. So make sure that part is actually pinned to the end, so that is either on your lining or on the fabric you don't really like more, or the darkest color of your fabric that has like the opening that you're going to have at the end. So now you're going to continue pinning. Let me just pin it so that you guys can see.
Let go, watch me turn this life into something that you can never run. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do.
So can you see it's already getting difficult to pin all around? So just make sure you are pinning till you can no longer continue.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest.
So with this, I don't think I can continue any longer. So once you are done with this particular sewing, it's going to now look somewhat like this. So you are going to have a little opening, a little gap that you're going to have to finish once you're done with your piece, basically. So it's just like that, and we're going to finish the open edges, the open hole, basically, once we are done. So guys, I have sewn it and I have turned it to the right side. Now the opening that we had, you're going to use needle and thread to sew it down using an invisible stitch, or just simply put it together like this and just use a top stitch, a tiny top stitch, to sew it on it. Now can you guys see what it looks like? I'm going to use my iron to flatten it out so that it can look very flat and nothing is going to be showing at all. Now guys, we need to finish this side, so this placket basically. So I'm going to be using press buttons. Now these are press buttons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one here and one on the corresponding part. So this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to just do it like this. And then to show off some design, I'm going to also put some buttons. So I'm going to be using 3 press buttons, but I'm going to put one here, and one at the end. So this is what my jacket is going to look like. My waistcoat basically is going to look like. Can you guys see? That's all I need to do. Once I'm done with my press buttons, my jacket is ready to be worn. Guys, I enjoyed making this particular project. This is what it looks like, and yeah. And guys, this is what it looks like at the end. I hope you guys love it. I loved making it. I love how, you know, it is on my body. I love how it looks like. I love that it's sustainable. I can wear the inside and the outside is reversible. Guys, this is so beautiful. If you try it out, please don't forget to tag me on Instagram at Lara Savage Creations. I'll be ready to showcase your work with all my growing followers, and even here on YouTube. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Joining as a membership helps the channel, helps me have funds to like create amazing things on this channel. Watch the ads, don't skip ads, watch other videos on this channel. And yes, that's all I have for this video. Until my next video, do have yourself a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are. It's still your favorite content creator and fashion entrepreneur, Lara Savage, signing out.